So you can rotate out, tuck the block underneath, then you can rotate in. Okay, you should be feeling it cutting across here. Okay, so what I'm really trying to do is, you can check with your right hand, is if you can try to get your sit bone down to the ground.
Oh, so that's my close to drive.
Well, you're not trying to drive down, you're trying to rotate back to drive. So think of it as, yeah, you're taking your hip away from my hand, which again, in turn, is internally rotating the femur. It's the difference between having, like, if I have my pelvis as my anchor, that's internal rotation, I'm rotating the femur.
Yeah.
If I anchor the femur, then that's internal rotation, I'm moving the pelvis, right? So from here, again, I hold my 30 seconds to 2 minutes, right? What I'm gonna try to do is, without moving my pelvis, I just need the effort. I'm gonna try to push my foot into the block, right? I'm pushing into external rotation. After I have my 30 seconds, I'm gonna try to pick up my foot. It's probably not gonna happen, but all I need is the neurological signal, right? And then we do it again. Drive in, try to pick up.
So what I'm picking up, oh yeah, give me a cramp. So now I'm driving. That position, I want to keep that.
So think of it this way.
I want to keep this position, all right, regardless if I'm lifting or.
Yeah. So when you're trying to pick up, right? As you're trying to pick up your foot, you can actually try to get this closer to the ground and go further into that. That's still working the same way. You're using the muscles to go deeper into that internal rotation. Good. Hold the pelvis there, drive the foot into the block. External rotation. Think about almost picking up your knee. It's not going to happen. Now try to pick up the foot and don't let this hip come up. This hip has to go that way, if anything. Good. One more round. So this is essentially the same thing we did for the external rotation, now working on internal rotation, right?
Yeah.
Whew.
Which is good.
It's always astounding to people. People would be like, doing crazy squats and snatches and shit, and you're like, breaking a sweat just trying to fucking internally rotate, bro.
Yeah, I love it. Crazy.
It's always capacity.
What about this? So the body adapts.
Hold it.
But you want me to?
No, just want you to hold it.
Just hold this. Like no.
Let's just get the stretch first.
Yeah, so I'm feeling it here. This is good.
It's good enough for me. As long as you're feeling some kind of mobility happening.
Oh yeah.
There's definitely some neurological load in the system. Then we start pushing the envelope once you actually, get to the work. Right now, this is just the appetizer.
It's a salad.
Alright, so now you see if you can get that sit bone closer to the mat. There we go. Good. Hold it. Okay, now slowly start pushing your foot into the block. Good. Try to pick up the foot. Breathe. Don't elevate your pelvis, elevate the foot. Good. Foot into the block. The next time you try to pick up the foot, I want you to think about getting your pelvis closer to the mat. Let's go. Pick up the foot. And foot into the block, pelvis closer to the mat.